Hey, welcome back. This is video 5 in our 6-part Learn to Skate series. In this video, we're gonna learn how to stop, we're gonna learn how to push and roll, and we're gonna learn how to recover and how to handle the tougher moments, like when we lose balance and maybe we gotta roll off the skateboard and protect ourselves. Hey, in this video, you'll notice that I've put on my helmet, I've got full pads on, and I'm ready to protect myself. We've gone outside and we found a safe space to work with where the concrete is flat and smooth. It's surrounded by grass, so we have places to run out just in case we get nervous. And we've made sure there's no traffic and no dangerous obstacles for us to fall on. We're gonna learn how to stop first. The easiest way is to wait until you slow down and then just follow video 1. Pivot your foot, walk off the skateboard. Now the next way, once you're going slow enough and you've developed some stability, this one's pretty fun too and you can practice. Just use the rail for balance at first. I'm gonna pivot my front foot just like I'm gonna walk off, but instead I'm gonna bring my back foot right here. I'm gonna lift my toes up so that I slide that back foot and I'm just gonna let it drag ever so slightly as I roll forward. And you can watch that foot slide with me. Try it again. So now we're going to talk about how to push the skateboard. And our first push is really important, so I want you to have a hand on a rail for stability, or you can have a family member hold your hand to help you, just so you don't accidentally fall down on your first few tries. Now I'm going to start with my free foot up around the heel of my balance foot. And when I push forward, I want to make sure that my shoulders stay forward, out over my front toes, and that my core moves with the skateboard. So as I push, my core comes forward. I'll just pull it back and I'll push it forward a couple times. Okay, so it's really important when we take this first push that our core stays balanced over the board on our front foot and that our upper body stays tipped forward. The common mistake is to tip the upper body, stand up straight or tip it back and then push and leave weight on this back foot and then you're slipping and falling or playing catch up. What we want to do is make sure, again, we're tipped forward in the upper body, our front knee and ankle are bent, we're balanced freely on it, and when we push, our core moves with the skateboard and we stay forward. Try that a few times until it feels good. We can take that push, pick up the back foot, put it on the board, and pivot into position to roll. And remember, once we slow down, we'll pivot right back into one of our stopping positions. So in my balance position, I'm gonna take that first push, put my back foot on, pivot into position. Once my board slows down, I'll pivot back and step off carefully. Pivot back, step off, and walk forward. So I'm just gonna push, step on, roll, and then I'll pivot, push again, step on, roll, and I'll keep doing it till I get to the end of the pavement. We're going to learn a little knock-knock or a little lift of the front leg to help us get our front wheels over cracks or debris that might be on the ground so that you don't run into a wheel stopper and get thrown off your skateboard. It's really simple. I keep my lead shoulder down. I make sure that I'm balanced in the center, and all I'm going to do is lift my front foot. And all I'm going to do is lift that front leg just a little bit and just get a little tap. I don't have to lift those front wheels very high. Just lift that front foot ever so slightly. Use your handrail for balance, shoulder down, little pickup. When we start to roll, after we've pushed and we're rolling along, we want to make sure that our front foot stays slightly behind those front wheels. Now, all 4 bolts are covered just with the outer edge of my shoe, but still most of the mass of my foot is behind the wheels, in between the trucks. That way, I'm not putting too much pressure forward. If I have too much pressure forward, here, when I hit something at low speed especially, those front wheels will have so much pressure that they'll stop rolling and I'll get thrown off my skateboard, maybe injured. Okay, so when you do fail and you lose your balance and you're gonna fall, the first rule is to go with it. If you fight it and you tense up, you almost always get hurt worse than you should. The first common mistake people make when they fall is putting their hands out to catch themselves. If you have wrist guards, Make fists, use the wrist guards to your advantage. The ideal way to fall is knees first, then elbows, and then wrist guards if you have to. Falling forward is the best way to go. If you do find yourself slipping backwards, those can be some pretty violent slams. And you're gonna wanna do your best to sit and roll it out. Protect your spine by putting a curve in it, flexing your stomach muscles, and rolling backwards to the best of your ability. Again, if you reach out to catch yourself, that's where you tend to hurt shoulders, collarbones, wrists, that kind of thing. So I want you to be really careful. Your knee slide is really simple. When you get better at it, when you get more confident, but you can practice this on your carpet at home or in the grass. If I just go from 1 foot to 2, I'll put 1 knee down, I'll drag my back toe, so I gotta flatten my toe, 1 knee to 2 knees, toes pointed back so that I can slide on my knee pads and on the tops of my shoes. If I keep my shoulders back, I eliminate the risk of falling forward and having to catch myself. Now, if I do go to my knees and it's too much impact, or I get stopped and I don't get the slide right, then I want to get fists going, go to my elbow pads and my wrist guards and catch myself and protect my face to the best of my ability. It's always the same though. When we fall forward, let's go to our knees, then to our forearms on our pads. Going too fast, you're on a little bit of a slope. One of the best ways to get yourself out of trouble is to aim for a soft spot. So a grassy yard or a big field. When you're learning, find that space that's surrounded by grass so you can work from the pavement to the grass if you have to. And the key is, when you hit that grass, the ground is gonna come quick and you're gonna be moving faster than you're ready for. So be prepared to run and then be prepared to roll. You always wanna go with that roll. So I strongly recommend that you practice at home proper shoulder rolls where we tuck that leading shoulder down and we roll across this part of our spine, from this corner to this corner of our spine, or from that corner to that corner of our spine. We want to allow ourselves to go with that. So take a couple steps and prepare to roll, and you'll protect yourself from major injury.